Now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. In association with actionfigurejunkies.com. Check them out on Facebook. Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Hello YouTube, and Merry Christmas! Yes, Christmas Day is upon us again, and what other way to celebrate than enjoying a Christmas toy review? And today we're going to look at Santa Claus from A Nightmare Before Christmas by Diamond Select Toys. I actually got this last year at about Christmas time at my local Toys R Us that is unfortunately no longer with us. I saved it for Christmas this year because, well, it's Santa Claus and you gotta review him on Christmas Day. Actually, at the time of this recording, I got to have dinner with Santa Claus at my local McDonald's, which was very nice. He was there passing out candy canes to the little kids that came in and spreading Christmas joy. It was a really fun night and a good conversation. It was really nice to sit down and talk to jolly old St. Nick. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at this St. Nick's packaging. That doesn't sound right at all. Am I going on the naughty list for this? So here we have Santa Claus in the packaging, and this is a pretty good-sized figure, I will tell you that, and it's pretty hefty. It's probably the biggest figure from Diamond Select's Nightmare Before Christmas series that I've gotten, and it's very well detailed. I'm really digging this. It's got Skeleton Jack up here at the top. It says Santa Claus. It's got the Nightmare Before Christmas logo down there. We got Santa right here. He's got his little hat. And then he's got his list, which is pretty cool. So just kind of a close-up here. There is Jack, and there is Santa, and there's a little list and all that kind of good stuff. And it says Santa Claus, Nightmare Before Christmas. And the funny thing is, you can see his backside with his little shorts. I thought that was kind of funny. Back of the packaging here. It's got a picture of Santa Claus there, a nice little write-up, and then the Pumpkin King and Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I actually reviewed these figures during my 31 Horror Toys in 31 Days this year. I'll add cards so you can go back and check them out if you missed them. But yeah, definitely very cool, just kind of a close-up. If you want to read this, you can pause and do so. And then here is the other part. You can pause and read that if you so like. But yeah, there he is, Santa Claus. All kinds of cool, the other two figures in this wave. I actually got the anniversary version of this from Walgreens. But the Pumpkin King is out of this particular series right here, which is pretty cool. But that pretty much does it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Santa out of box and see what we think. So here we have Santa Claus out of the packaging, and this is kind of an interesting figure. I will say it feels a little fragile, like it feels thin. The body is a very thin plastic and it's hollow. It just feels like it's going to crack over time, and this is definitely something not for kids to play with. But he is kind of cute in a Tim Burton kind of way. So his skirt does detach, both pieces do, so that you can get him in his little Christmas pants here. As we see him in the movie when he gets kidnapped, I believe. It's been a while since I've seen it. As far as articulation on the guy, he's got no neck articulation, which is unfortunate. His arms do move up and down. There is a hinge joint that goes out, but not all that much. It goes straight out, I guess. There is no articulation at the elbow. He does have twists at the wrist. That's about it. No waist articulation. The feet do twist, and that's, well, about it as far as the articulation goes on old Santa Claus here. And, whoa, he likes to fall over backwards. So he does come with the two parts of his coat. Skirt, this is the back side, and they just kind of clamp into place around his waist right there. And then he's got his little hat, and it's got the little divot inside so that you can put it on top right there. And he's got his naughty or nice list, and I really kind of like this. The detail on this is really nice. I like the little scroll right there, and then it's got all these names on here. Let's see, I'm going to try to name them off. We got Victor, Ellen, Blair, Isabel, Oliver, Erica, Lou scratched out, I guess he was naughty, Joy, Gypsy, oh, she got scratched out, she's naughty, Eddie, Janet, Bob, Graham, and Stella, looks like Dwayne, Max, Murray, Simon, John, George, Juliet, oh, she's scratched out too, and then we got Greg, Bruce, James, Jeff, Lovell, I'm not sure what that one is, Charlotte, Grace, Jill, Bill, Dram, I don't know what that one is either, Brian, Elaine, and Luke. And it's kind of interesting. They've got the names there. I wonder if those are animators in the film, where exactly those names are. Maybe they're kids' names. I know a lot of animators like to put those kind of little things in for their kids, or just as an inside joke. Alright, so Santa does have the alternate look with the full coat here. Let's go ahead and get the coat piece onto Santa and see what we think about that. Santa Claus assembled, and I gotta say that little skirt thing is very difficult to get on there. The pieces that plug in just don't want to go, and I think I gotta shave some of them down because it will not completely seal around, which is kind of bothersome. The other thing that is a little bothersome is the fact that his list, you kind of have to balance it up on his hand. It would have been nice if they would have made one of the hands with a finger like this, so that he could actually hold the list. That would have been nice, but this is the same problem that we had with Lock, Shock, and Barrel, where the one just couldn't even hold the lollipop. I don't even know why they bothered with it. But yeah, overall, I really do like the look. I think it makes a good Christmas decoration more than it does a good toy. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I think the thing is sculpted really, really well. It looks like the character from the movie. I like the flesh tone. We get the kind of peach colors, the rosy cheeks. He's got the little beady eyes. The beard's done very well. Lots of dry brush and gray washing. We got the white around the furry collar. I like the black wash on the red. That all looks good. The fur up around his little elbows there. All that looks nice. It's a nice, very rocket red color, which is very, very cool. You know, I think they did a good job capturing the character. I never thought the Tim Burton Santa was very cuddly, but it is what it is, and it looks like that version of Santa. So taking a closer look at Santa with his hat on, I like this version of Santa better. I mean, he looks like Santa Claus. Although the red plastic on the hat doesn't quite match the red that's on the coat. It's a little more candy looking. I think it would have been a little better if it wasn't as glossy. Maybe it had that black wash on it. I think that would have looked a bit better. But it does look like the cap from the movie, which, you know, that's what needs to be done. It just sits on top of the head very well because he's got his little tuft of hair. They've got a little divot carved out for that on the hat, so it can only sit one way, and it sits pretty stable up on his little noggin. And taking a look at the bottom half of Santa, here he is in his little holly drawers. I like this. I think it's very funny. I like the little holly pattern all over it. His beard goes all the way down, and the beard actually helps stabilize the character because he's got these itty bitty tiny feet, and he kind of makes a tripod mount. But yeah, definitely very cool. He's got these tiny little hands there. Again, love the pattern. It's a very clean pattern all the way around for the boxer shorts, and it even is up underneath the boxers, which is kind of cool. He's got his black belt. Again, the black wash on the red looks good. I just wish it had a little bit more articulation to it. But the beard itself, very nice, very well done, especially because it's so prominent on the character. And finally, taking a look at Santa with his full coat on. Again, I love the black wash on this figure. It really kind of sets out all the little bits in the cloth. He's got the fur down at the bottom. The problem is the seams on the side of the coat, because those pegs don't go in perfectly. It looks pretty cheap, really. That's very upsetting that it doesn't work quite right, but it looks good from the front and from the back. It's just on these side pieces, the QC issues are kind of sad, but I've noticed that a lot with these Diamond Nightmare Before Christmas figures, and it's a bit disappointing. For comparison, here we have Santa Claus with his wave mate, Jack the Pumpkin King. And there's a lot more to Santa here. Jack, of course, is just kind of a skinny little skeleton made up as a scarecrow with a pumpkin head. And we got this big old fat holly jolly elf of a man himself. But they're definitely very cool sitting side by side and will look great up on a Nightmare Before Christmas shelf. So is Santa Claus from A Nightmare Before Christmas by Diamond Select Toys something that you want in your toy collection? Well, if you like Nightmare Before Christmas, I think this is a must-pick-up piece. If you like Diamond Select stuff, this might be something that you want to take a look at. Personally, I think I'd look for this on sale. Although I will say I've only seen this one figure on the shelf. I think he goes pretty quick. My biggest problems with the figure, one, the plastic's very thin. It feels like it could crack very easily, and it may do so over time. There's not much articulation at all in the figure, and the skirt does not clamp well together at all, which is a bit unfortunate. And you kind of have to prop up his list to get him to hold it. I think they should have adjusted the hands to where he could actually hold them. As far as the sculpt and paint, that looks good. It looks really nice. Like I said earlier, I think this makes for a better Christmas decoration than it actually does a toy. I do not recommend this at all for a kid. It will break if you give this into the hands of a child. This is definitely an adult collector piece, and if you're looking to complete out your Nightmare Before Christmas collection, you gotta have Santa Claus. So there he is, jolly old Saint Nick himself, Santa Claus, from A Nightmare Before Christmas. Thank you guys so much for watching this year. I really appreciate it. I want you all to have a very happy and safe Christmas with your family and friends. And stay tuned for some great top 10 year-end reviews on my channel. And I look forward to each and every one of you joining me next year in 2019. Merry Christmas!
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.